So for today, we're going to be looking at the Iron Intent armor set for the Titans. If you guys don't know, we've already done the Hunter video. It's right here. And I've already done the review and the shader video. They're both right here as well. I apologize if I sound a little low. My fiance right now is sleeping and I want to push this video out as early as tomorrow. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it considering it's 2 a.m. right now and I have to wake up at 7. So, you know, just living my best life. But for this one, we're going to be looking at the Iron Intent armor set, and we're going to be doing individual sets from the pieces that I deem good enough. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So this is the helmet. Now I did say I will choose pieces. I'd use all of them. So I don't even know why I said that. But to start off, we're going to be using the helmet. For the exotic, we're going to be using the Ursus Maritimus ornament for the Ursa Furiosa, the Meridian Constellation plate for the chest piece, Desolation Diver Greaves for the boot, and then Godsbane Mark for the mark. So I love this one. This one came out so cool. There are some pieces that are problematic, specifically Amrita's Dream, the shader. Technically, you can't, actually, no, technically, it's unavailable because this was part of a season pass shader. So unfortunately, Amrita's Dream is unavailable, which is very unfortunate because this is the shader that not only goes with the Ursa Maritimus ornament, but the Meridian Constellation. That's the base shader that it comes with, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I like this one a lot. If I'm being honest, this one gives me big bear vibes. That being said, if you wanted to go even more bear vibes for this one, you would want to choose the helmet from Trials of Osiris, specifically the actual bear helmet. So if you wanted to do that, you could definitely do that. It would probably be better. That being said, I still really like this one. Now, for those of you who are wondering, like, what would I do if, like, for example, if you didn't have Meridian Constellation and Amrita's Dream at that point, any white shader is going to be really cool with this, just because nonetheless, like, the thing that really does suck is the fact that Ursa Maritimus, the shoulder pads, has purple that doesn't change color, which is why this is problematic, because Amrita's Dream is literally a one-to-one with that exotic. So yeah, I think just a regular white would just be good. If you have any of the Desolation Diver sets, that's going to be good because it has natural purple in there, specifically anything of the glows. That's going to be really good. Just be aware, just be careful with some of the glows, but overall I really like this set. If you have some of these pieces, like specifically the Amrita's Dream and Meridian Constellation, I think this set is a banger. I would love to see how this looks on the Trials of Osiris helmet though. As for the next set, we're going to be using the arms and the mark from the Iron Intent set. For the actual exotic, we're going to be using Lorelei Splendor with the I don't know how to say that. Don't know how to say that. And then for the boots, Plague Breaker Greaves. For the chest piece, Wolf Kiss plate. So I do think this one's pretty decent. The only unfortunate part is the fact that I think the arms, just specifically the shoulder pads, are just weird. Not bad, mind you, it's just weird. Other than that, I think the set's pretty cool. Shader, we're using Masonry just because I wanted to use it. There really is no rhyme or reason. Oh, to be fair, I really wanted to see the shoulder pads in gold, and I think they came out really cool. That being said, again, remember the shoulder pads take if I remember, the off color. So just be aware of that. If you're not a fan of off coloring, then the arms are going to be pretty terrible for that. But yeah, overall, I do think this one is pretty cool. I don't think this is the best just because the other sets are probably a little bit better. That being said, it's not the worst either. It's just kind of like all the other ones are like 4s or 5s out of 5. And then this one's just kind of like a 2. Like, it's not bad. It's just very regular. I think it's the shader, honestly. If I switched out the shader, I think it would be better. That being said, be aware that the Wolf Kiss plate takes off colors really badly, and the ornament for Lorelei Splendor also takes off colors. The main plate in the eyes is a good example. That being said, I do think it's really cool that the Plague Breaker Greaves and the Iron Intent mark go well together, because on the left side you will see like the gold plate that's actually part of the mark, and then on the right side is actually part of the boots. So I think it's a really cool like evening out of the asymmetry. So let me know what you guys think about this one. As for the next set, we're going to be using Mask of the Quiet One, and for the pieces we're going to be using the Iron Intent chest piece. So this one came out really cool. Wolf Kiss Gauntlets and Wolf Kiss Greaves, and then Fenrir's Bane Mark. I think this one came out really cool. I love this one just because the fur, all of it matches. And I know people are going to be like, well, why is that cool? Specifically, the chest piece is really weird when it comes to shading, specifically on that fur, because some colors are just going to look really weird. So overall, I do think this one is cool. I know some people might have issues with me using 2 pieces of wolf kiss piece sets, but it's legitimately only for that fur. Wolf Kiss Gauntlets has that fur on the shoulder pads, and then Wolf Kiss Greaves has that fur on the actual boots next to the knees, and then the chest piece has that fur around. So I do think the males look a little bit better just because it looks a little bit more foreboding. The females just look a little bit smaller. Obviously that makes sense. It's just, I don't know, it's weird because like on the one hand I like that the male titans have that big like bulkiness, but I also think the arms, like specifically that right arm, is just way too bulky compared to the females where it's like just right. So it's like one of those give and takes type of things for this one. But overall, I should probably mention the fact that the chest piece, specifically not the silver, but that like not copper, but like that brown metal color, that's actually off coloring. So just be aware that the chest piece does have off coloring, but it's one of those like you have to actually like notice the type of things. So let me know what you guys think about this one. Oh, I should probably mention Iron to Steel for this one. It's just one of my favorite shaders. Do be aware that the Iron to Steel has a chance to have like a really gross like light green off color. So be really choosy on which fur pieces you pick, because there's certain marks that will give you that really gross like light green color, and that's why I didn't choose that. Specifically the other fur piece from Iron Banner, the mark, that one has a light green. The one that has like the bells or crustacean type of things, yeah, that one takes the off color, which is why I didn't use it. That was one of my first choices. To be fair, if I really wanted to use that, I could just use one of the Gambit green colors and that would have been fine. And last but not least, we're going to be using the Doomfang pauldrons with the Lordly Homage ornament. And for the piece, we're actually going to be using the boots, specifically the Iron Intent boot. So this one is pretty funny considering I never use Coastal Suede. The reason I used it, I just like the blue. I wanted to use a blue to counteract the orange horns, specifically because so in my head I just assumed this was going to be Vanguard related, even though those arms are specifically Shax related, which is PvP. So yeah, I don't know why I chose white or blue. I should have chose like white or like a red and white, but here we are. So a lot of these pieces are going to be using off colors, specifically Fenrir's Bane Helm, specifically because that whole plate is off coloring. Same thing with Phoenix Strife Type O, the Phoenix coming out from the engraving, that's all off coloring. And then the Fenrir's Iron Mark, specifically because I wanted to have that deep navy blue with the stomach and everything, kind of like to like I don't know, it just looks cool. There's really no rhyme or reason for it. It just looks super cool. So if you were to ask me, yeah, I would probably just switch the shader out for something that's red and white. That way it makes a little bit more sense. Or orange and white, that would be pretty cool as well. That being said, I did try orange and white, specifically like I think it was from Crucible. Unfortunately, I just didn't like the off coloring for it because again, everything in this set aside from the mark is taking the off color. So that's why I didn't do that. So let me know what you guys think. I definitely like a lot of the sets that I made for this one. That being said, yeah, I think like there's really not a bad set in this video. I think the second one is just kind of like bland compared to everything else, because I do think like the first one is super cool. The third one I think is definitely really, really cool. And then the fourth one I think is decent as well. I think I will say the second and fourth are probably like at the same level. The first one, like if you switched out the helmet for the Trials of Osiris one, I think it would elevate that set a little bit more. And the third one I think is legitimately probably the best one because I have no changes for it. I think all of it looks really, really cool. So let me know your thoughts about it, Titans. Yeah, that is pretty much it. I think I already said that. Either way, I'm working on content right now. The cool thing is that tomorrow is Friday, and which means that it's going to be a 3-day weekend of me just grinding out content for y'all. So hopefully by next week, I'll have videos going up without me having to worry about them, because specifically I've been making the videos day by day. So specifically, actually, to be fair, I fucked up and played Choo Choo Charles. way too long because I wanted to play a video game instead of working on content. So that is why this video might be a little later. I will most likely try to render it by tonight. If it's way too long, I'll probably just cut it out and just render it tomorrow, which means it'll be up by like 8 o'clock or something. But it will be coming out tomorrow because I want the warlocks video to come out Saturday, which means by Monday you guys will start seeing the other stuff, because again, the dawning is this Tuesday, which means another armor set on top of all of the 4-piece sets that I still need to do. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.